It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Commodores' offense is on the field for the first time today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Back to throw, it's Wilkins. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Commodores decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. So Georgia's offense will take the field for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the
looking downfield on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road, bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And a nice pickup on the line. It gets down to avoid contact.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the Commodores in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The handoff to Johnson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Commodores pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Makes the catch, it's Johnson.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Commodores can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Wilkins. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And a big return. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Commodores with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Got enough space. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. And the Commodores really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Quarterback now breaking the field. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Commodores want to pick up the tempo. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll be content with the field position. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Vanderbilt. Let's go. Hey.
They'll move the tight end. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. And it's going to be a pick 6.
All right, let's get it. Right.
Dropping back, it's Wilkins. Going for the big play. Brings it in down the left side. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication.
Sneak gets it done. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Snags it. Touchdown, Vandy. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Fights off a defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration.
And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They'll send the back in motion. Wilson will throw. Works the middle of the field. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Fires one high and deep. Makes the grab on the right. Big play for this offense as they get into the 32. The Commodores come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride. And avoid the upset.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more.
Makes a catch, 1st down and maybe a lot more. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Wants to throw again. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Dropping back, it's Wilkins. Got out of trouble and throws. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
And the Commodores come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Commodores headed quickly to the line.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the 1st down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. And the Commodores can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
To the air on second down. Makes the grab. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
A lot of times you're throwing these slants to the big body guys because they're so physical and they can win with physicality. But when you throw it to a little guy like this, I just know he's going to win with his speed. He's got that much quicks. He's going to win, and I'm going to force feed him the ball and let him make plays.
Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. Here comes the heat. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Commodores.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do, just like practice. Knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner is stopped. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though,
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
a little bit surprised by that play call here in a tie game. You want to get yourself in position to kick a field goal and win this thing. The defense is going to be playing big zone coverages. They're going to let you run the ball and waste seconds off the clock.
They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target, and then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They've got a little work to do here on 3rd and goal in overtime. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, the only hope is to get a stop and play another round of overtime.
And that's just what you couldn't have happen. You can't come away with no points on your first possession. It puts all the pressure, David, on your defense. Now, they've got to pitch a shutout here on their opponent's opening possession of OT, or this game is over.
And, man, does it change the complexion now for defense? Because now you got to be...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Woo, that linebacker sacked that quarterback, and he was on him quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks back there pointing and telling the offensive line who to block, and, well, it didn't work, okay? He was not prepared for that. He comes...
Breaks into the open. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, I can play action, opens the whole playbook.
Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. They'll try to win it with a field goal right here. Right down the middle. The kick is good. A game winner in overtime.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup